they don't have the means of washing their ass, and it might be pissy pussy. It might be some good gray homeless pussy, but it's just not clean. Welcome back to the Awkward Thinking Podcast. I'm your boy Nas, aka Stacks.
What's up? I'm Vince.
And we are the friends you never knew you needed. All that in a bag of chips, a safe space for weird thoughts. Awkward thinkers. I gotta turn down the thing.
Yeah. Nico, can you shut that door?
Nico, shut the door for us.
On this side.
Yeah. All right, you know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and do all what you need to do. What else, Vince?
If you like something in the video, make sure you leave a comment. You let us know what exactly it is that you liked, why you liked it, and then make sure you sharing this with your grandma, you sharing it with your auntie, your cousins, with your church group, whoever. Let everybody see this. Send it out so we can get,
paid and
exposure shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I ask this all the time, but how you been, man? What's been up?
I've been
What's
good.
going on?
I don't know. I'm good. I just started a new position.
Yeah.
That's been going good. It feels good to actually, put my degree to some use finally after 2 years. Has it been 2 years out of school?
Yeah, it's almost. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. About to be 3
years later, putting the degree to some use now. So
yeah, that's good.
That's good. It's different, but it's cool.
It's good that you're not a waste of space anymore.
Yeah. How you be at the house sometimes.
No, I'm always on point at the house. That's what I am. Okay. My week has been, a week. I had a conversation with my dad this week about some personal things. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I had a conversation with my dad, and the conversation went so far left from what we were talking about. Yeah. It went from the initial, and then it went from it's nothing like good pussy.
You and your dad was talking about good pussy.
It felt, it was like we're making up for lost times. I think this was one of those appropriate ones, but what threw me off, he was like, it's nothing good. It's nothing better than having some good snatch. That's what he called it, snatch. I've never heard.
I've heard snatch a lot of times.
I've never heard
it's
that.
Always old people.
Because it's like, why can't you just call it pussy?
Because they wasn't used to calling it pussy.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Mother, they was not calling pussy back then. It was snatch. It was that shit.
Snatch and trim. Because
coochie. That's how you get coochie and stuff. People wasn't calling pussy. They were scared of pussy.
Niggas was not scared.
They were scared of saying pussy at one point. Pussy was, and we saying pussy a lot now, but it wasn't. It's one of them words that was like taboo. It's like, oh, we don't say that. Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
Cause I was at work and I was looking at somebody get a wax. So like Angela Reese was getting a wax and like on TikTok, and then they showed her mold of her like pussy on TikTok, and
like with the leftover wax stuff,
like the leftover hairs, but it was literally like the mold of it, like what her shape of her lips look like and stuff like that. So I was like, who was a nigga that petitioned like, all right, we need hairless pussy? Like, what made, like, who was the first nigga who was like, I think this would be better?
Hairless pussy?
Bald. Yeah.
I gotta say porn. Porn probably started hairless pussy.
But you look in the 70s, they had that.
They did, but then there's, at some point, it's the, everybody was like, oh, you gotta shave that shit. Yeah. So then, in the 70s, you got motherfuckers walking around with bushes and shit on their pussies and stuff. Yeah. But now, motherfuckers strip that down.
I don't know why, though. I feel like it'll get more.
You don't think that bald pussy tastes better?
It's not that it tastes better to me. I think it's just more so one of those things where it's like, what's the difference?
It's a difference. Because it's like, number one, hairy pussy traps in moisture, traps in other stuff. Not saying that hairy dick don't do the same thing. Right. But we focusing on pussies right now. Right. But yeah, it traps in so much. So then it's like when you go down there to enjoy it, you can't really get the full extent of it because you got so much hair in the way. And then you can't even taste because you got so much hair. So then it's like, not saying that pussy is just like, delectable, but it's like,
it's a nice treat.
I would rather taste it bald than hairy.
Yeah, some good pussy is like a cold bottle of water late at night. Wake up, just this cold, fresh bottle of water right there for you. Right at night, just right on the side. Y'all probably wondering like, oh, why are you guys dressed like this and stuff like this? I'm not gonna lie, this mullet is empowering me to be racist.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel more racist.
It's bringing the redneck out of you,
and I love it. I like with this mullet on. I feel like I want to commit a hate crime.
You want to commit a hate crime?
Yeah, I want to spread hate. Like this, I get it. I understand now.
Yeah.
Like if I was white, this would be my look.
That mullet does for you.
Yeah, I like it though. I was gonna buy a Bud Light because I felt like it was given for me to have a Bud Light, but it wasn't. What do we want to get into? Do we want to go into this rabbit hole of a show, or do we? I did want another segment piece of our advice. I was looking back at a lot of our old shit, and I'm like, who the fuck was listening to us? Like, I feel like our
listeners.
I mean, yeah, we got listeners, but I'm looking at it like we don't give good advice.
Why don't we? You don't give.
No,
good advice.
I give fucking great advice. As a collective, we suck. As a tally, we suck. But when it's me individual, I be having some.
What advice
bars.
did we give that was horrible?
What was it? It was just it's just every time it has something to do with hygiene. Like every time we give some good advice, it'd be like, yeah, and make sure you stub your pussy up. Make sure you stub your dick up.
Yeah. That's what it boiled down to at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it boiled down to keeping your shit clean. They do.
So what do you say with homeless people, though?
Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you be one of them people? I hate people who like when you make a point to something and then it's like people will go and be like, oh, well, what about homeless people?
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm not talking about why would I be talking about homeless people who don't have access to running water?
So it's like, are they not allowed to have sex? Are homeless people not allowed to have? That's the question.
Why wouldn't they be allowed to have sex?
Because
my thing is this: if you have access to those things, why the fuck are you not using them? If you don't have access, it's a little bit more understandable.
So you're allowed. That's the only stipulation. If you don't have access,
yeah, it makes it. It's like education. It makes sense for you to be a dumbass if you never had an education. But if you went to school for 12 years and then you went to college, I'm gonna be confused and disappointed that you're still dumb. Because why the fuck did you go to school and just to be dumb after that? So for homeless people or for situations where it's like, oh, everybody needs to clean their body, and they still need to clean their body. That's still a need that they have, but they just don't have access to it.
Yeah.
Why do?
What? Go ahead. No, please.
I just want to know, why do people do that? Like the little picking up under and shit, and when you make comments on certain things, because people have done that to us. Like when we was telling people like, don't post your ugly ass babies.
Oh yeah, they went
off on that. And people came into the comments and was like, my baby died while I was trying to give birth. What am I supposed to do? This is the only way I'm supposed to. Why the fuck would you think I was talking about you?
Heal. That's what you need to do.
And so me and Cheyenne was talking about that today. Why do people always go for like the most negative thing, or like choose to? I feel like in them situations, people choose to purposely be like, what about homeless people?
Because I feel like in some statements you have to bring certain groups up, because that is a what about homeless people? Yes, they don't have the means of washing their ass, and it might be pissy pussy. It might be some good grade homeless pussy, but it's just not clean. Good grade homeless pussy.
Shut the fuck up. I just mean though, like, wow, if we talking about being able to wash and shit, right? Why go for the people who aren't able to because of circumstances that's not their own?
I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, sir. If you were homeless, are you not having sex?
I'm probably. I mean, I feel like I need to focus on some other shit. My priorities need to be a little different. Cause what am I throwing dick for? And I don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. And I'm not saying that to say homeless people can't have sex, cause I'm pretty sure they do, and I don't knock it. Nobody is trying to police y'all on having sex, but I think my main concern would be trying to figure out my next situation and not just sex, but. Like your father said, some good snatch will pick you up.
Oh, bro, it will. It will. Yeah. I got flashed by a homeless person before. my mom was like, I went. What happened? It was.
Why you have so many horror stories with homeless people? What the fuck do you be doing?
I think they be targeting me. I ain't gonna lie. I think they be targeting me
because you got a house.
Yes, and I think they just trying to like. I think it's hate towards people with houses. That's what I think. It's like a whole they rally together and then
that
they be like,
mullet fucking your brain up.
I'm telling you, bro.
Because that's some shit that they would say. That's some shit they would say.
I'm down with the niggas.
Take that fucking mullet off, bro.
I am with all the bullshit today. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you will feel empowered. I feel like I can start a rally. Like, I want to go to a Trump rally now. But back to it. The guy, my mom just told me, she said, stay in the car. This was like 2016, right before I was about to go to college. She said, stay in the car. I got to drop off something for my job. And a homeless man came up, and he walked like closer to the car. So I'm like, all right, what? It's just another crazy homeless nigga. The nigga walks in front and pulls down his pants in front. I'd be lying if I said his shit wasn't hanging.
What do that matter? What do that matter?
I was like, yo. But like, and he was, oh, my bad, I ain't see you. Nigga, my mom don't even got tents on the car. How don't you see me? So yeah, I got flashed by a homeless person.
How'd that make you feel?
Seeing somebody else's penis that's not mine was not like, that's not on my bucket list. But it's so weird. You know why it's so weird about that?
What?
I was more uncomfortable there, but it's like in porn, I'm like, okay, I can see somebody's dick.
We talked about that too, because we was watching like I think it was like Euphoria or something, and they were fucking, and
the dad showed his dick.
Yeah, and I was just like, we watch porn.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
But it's weird. It's weird when it's a bunch of your friends and then you see dick on the screen. It's like, oh, I do this in private. Like,
it do be weird because it's like, oh, we all supposed to just watch this sex scene happen now.
Yeah, like that's like watching sex scenes with your parents is so weird because it's like, I know what the fuck this is about, but it's so weird hearing somebody moaning, your mom, right, or your dad next to you, like,
you gotta act like you don't know what the fuck going on. But back to homeless men flashing you and shit. So that kind of remind me of us talking about being like exhibitionists and shit.
Oh yeah, we was talking about that.
And so like, I had kind of told Nas like, I feel like there's rules to being an exhibitionist. Can you explain to the audience?
So I went on the thing. I used to have this little fetish, I would call it, right? Or do you want me to say what an exhibitionist is?
Let them know what the exhibitionist is.
I guess it's somebody that does danger within sex, or not like do the extremes when it comes to sex, like wants to be seen in public or wants to be caught or something like that. So I don't necessarily think I had a crazy fetish. I did, because at one point I liked to want to get caught, but I think it was like my teenage like fantasies brewing as my adulthood when it came to it, because it was like I don't know, it's just like the sneaky part of it. Like, I don't know, it was.
Is it sneaky if you like waiting for a motherfucker to walk in to catch you fucking?
Yeah, I feel like it's like, oh, you know what? I seen Nassir fucking da. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm grown now. Like, that's how I feel like. That's what.
And that's what you looking for.
That was what I was looking for.
No,
not getting caught masturbating. That was embarrassing. I'd rather get caught fucking than
I
getting
think
caught
everybody
masturbating.
rather get caught fucking than masturbating.
Yeah, it's still embarrassing. But go ahead. What was your take on it, sir?
I just felt like, because we were discussing what exactly he was doing at that time, and apparently
I was fucking with the door wide open
in the dorm room, like in the dorm suite. And so like, I was explaining to him, like, I think I'm not opposed to exhibition and shit, but I just feel like I want people who are aware of what's going on first, like, so that they can agree to participate versus just fucking randomly and then knowing people are going to come into the area and not giving a fuck.
See, I don't know. I think people like the extremes. I feel like everybody when we said this before, is like people who want to fuck in their parents' room or something like that.
No, that's nasty.
But I think it's like, I think what people do is like, we grown now. Like, I want to do what the grown folks do.
And I get that. I get that people want to be seen as grown, but I never understood, especially once I started fucking, it was like noticing what happens during sex. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to lay in nobody else's juices, especially my fucking parents. I don't want to go behind, and it's 10 of us, 10 or 11 of us, so they like fucking baby maker machines and shit. So I don't want to go in behind that and lay in my parents' juices and what they did and mix my own. That's nasty. Yeah. And I feel like that's some white people shit.
I'm not gonna go against my people on this episode. I ain't fucking with you on that white people
y'all
shit
was doing
today.
That shit with y'all cousins.
I don't know what that is. I've been seeing that a lot lately. You know that is this family called the Whit something family, Whitmore, Whit something.
The Whitfields?
Something. I think it might be around that. I don't know, but it's something with a W. I should have did some research, but this just spawned in my head. And they like was incest babies, and they like all survived. They look like the weirdest people in the fucking world.
Ooh, that's like wrong turn. I don't like shit like that.
And they live in the fucking woods.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know. They like flies. You gotta kill them niggas with fire.
Yeah, and I don't know. It just brought me to a thought where it was just like
who be fucking these people?
Yeah, that really it brought me to like who fucked you? You know what I mean? Like why is your cousin attractive, or why is this woman attractive to you? You know what I mean? Break it down for me, brother.
'Cause my thing is, I get people feeling like, okay, my cousin is cute. Yeah. Like I get that. But to me, I just feel like knowing that's your cousin, there should never even be no cross between that. Like you should never want to.
What generations are you like? Are it like first, second, third, fourth?
Are you serious?
Because Kevin Gates, it was a Kevin Gates thing.
It was
nasty. Right.
Nigga, regardless, if I call anybody that you are related to auntie or uncle, we are family. We can't do shit.
Uncles don't understand that. I can't say that you're uncle. I can't say that. Go ahead.
Because it's weird. It's like, why the fuck? Why would I want us to be fucking around? But I don't know. I've seen my cousin not my cousin. I've seen my brother kiss one of our cousins. Yeah, but it's not directly his cousin. Okay. But again, I still feel like we all grew up together. We should, be like.
You know what? You know what's crazy even about that? It's like play cousins don't even get my dick hard. Like I'm saying, like I'm not. No cousin gets my dick hard. No dick.
cousin gets what? He said the play cousins don't even do it for me. You got to be the real thing.
No. Neither one does it for me. But I'm saying like if we've been like called family for this long amount of time, I don't look at you like, oh well, shit, we ain't family. Like it's some niggas that look at it like, oh shit, we ain't family.
One of my brothers. My brother literally married our cousin. Like she's not our real cousin. Her and my mom were best friends since they were kids. Yeah. Started having kids at the same time and shit. And them two just like when we were younger, they just was like, oh, we like each other. And we go,
But I get it as a kid though.
But they're married now with like 5 kids. But it was weird to us because it's like, nigga, this is our cousin. We call these people cousins.
Right.
And so it was like, what the fuck is you doing? And then he was like, well, we ain't real cousins.
Right.
And I was like,
I get it. I get
it in that instance. Like, that's different. But and then they weren't people who, like, they stayed in a different city. So it was like, we didn't see them every weekend and shit.
So it wasn't like an eyesore.
Yeah.
But it's something to talk about at the family reunion. Like.
But my cousin, he got out of jail and he been like, oh, yeah, I want to fuck one of our cousins. And so I have to hang up the phone when I talk to this nigga. Whenever he brings it up, I'm just like, all right.
He got sent back to jail.
He went back.
Oh.
He did. And he out again. The nigga's a menace, bro. I'm going to let us
He like the booty nigga.
He is.
He's like, I just want some booty.
But it's a weird concept to me to even, like, play like you want to fuck with a cousin or even say certain shit I'm not comfortable with. I'm not even comfortable playing and joking around with. I would never, I don't know, I just could never joke around and play like as if I wanted to fuck one of my family members. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, house, it was a halt and stop at the family. Once somebody said, oh, let's play house, it's like, hey. Mm-hmm. Right after that. It's none of that.
Yeah, we didn't play house.
I played house with like other kids, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't like, that's like my mom's friends' kids or some shit like that. Yeah.
I was never a fan of that shit. It was just boring. It was like these niggas, these grown ass adults don't even raise us like this. So why are we playing house as if we,
know what the fuck going on? I think we based it off of sitcoms. Yeah. That's what it is. It's based off of sitcoms. I do want to talk about something very, very important to the New York culture since I got this little hate crime thing. Mm-hmm. So did you know that in New York City, they have a new rat to get rid of rats initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking shit up because they're like really on it. Like they're trying to eradicate the whole little thing, and I shouldn't be bothered. Like this shouldn't even be a bother.
But you know, birds of a feather stick together,
bitch. Bitch. But so I shouldn't be mad about this shit. But like as an East Coast person, I expect New York to be dirty. Like I feel like rats are a part of the culture. Even when you look it up on Google, it says New York City rats are a staple in New York City. It's culture. Like
you love that.
No,
like that's your favorite part about being over there?
No, it's not even about my favorite part being over there. It's just one of those things where it's like, once you take away the rats, not the physical rats, but the physical rats, the animals, once you take away those in New York, is like, it takes away from the culture. Like, it's Tim's, rats, Chinese food.
And so you got to have
ignorance.
your Tim's zone, so when the rats run over your feet,
so
you got to be scared and drop
exactly,
because
you barely feel it.
Yeah.
You feel me? But that's what I'm like. Once you take away the rats, you're taking away the culture of New York. And I feel like, don't take away all of them. You know what I mean? Just take away some of them. Am I wrong? Is that dirty for me to think?
You got the fit on, so it matches. Like, I don't know if that's you in spirit or if that's just the mother talking. I can read
you the article that I seen in this bitch.
I don't think they run for getting rid of rats. Get rid of them motherfuckers. We good on them. Unless they go start barbecuing and selling them bitches, get rid of them.
I believe they do it.
I believe that too.
I can't say what I want to say because they've been on it. I can't say what I want to say. It says the phase of New York City's war on rats kicks off a new trash initiative this week. After appointing Rat Caesar in April, Mayor Eric Adams announced that his target for trash and food-related businesses, restaurants, supermarkets, bodegas, will now be required to use containers for their trash in efforts to combat New York City's rat problem.
So New York got rats because motherfuckers wasn't using containers?
I think New York got rats because motherfuckers are dirty as fuck. Like, I don't think, but like I said, you take away the rats, I don't trust the rappers. Now I don't believe you had a struggle. If you ain't had rats in your cribs, every rapper from New York said they had rats and roaches. If you ain't had rats and roaches in your crib, you're not a valid. You live in the suburbs.
I'm praying for you because ain't no way it's the rats and the roaches that's getting you to, like, I don't know, go hard for me. And you're not even from New York.
I'm not. I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
215.
And y'all got fat ass rats in Philly.
No, we got mice. That's the difference.
Them bitches was rats. I've seen a mice. Nigga, that was a rat.
Nigga, it was a mouse. No. Nigga, I know the difference between a mouse and a rat.
That fucking rat was like the size of this. That's a fucking rat.
No, New York niggas have rats. Philly people have mice.
Y'all have rats, nigga. We went to the subway. The fucking rats was down there operating the trains. Y'all have rats.
Bitch, it's not we have mice. I'm trying to tell you, we have mice, and that's such a normal thing. Like, I don't get scared when I see mice. Like, I do when I see it abruptly, but like if I see like you got mice in the crib, it's like, oh, you got mice in the crib.
Don't invite me over if you got mice in the crib. I ain't gonna lie. And we had a little mouse problem because
we did.
You know, fall
motherfuckers is dirty though.
And one of our neighbors got a situation going on. She was being nasty. I ain't gonna get too much into that, but that shit gives me PTSD because I grew up with that shit. Like, we had mice and roaches growing up, and that was some shit I told myself when I get older, I'll never see that shit again. Yeah, I don't ever want to see that. And so, like, I don't know.
I can't see a mouse unprovoked. Like, I have to know in my head. Like, don't not tell me y'all got mice because then I'm gonna make a big ass scene. Like, if you tell me, hey, we got mice, we got a little mouse problem. All right, I'm cool. I see the bitch running. Oh, I just seen it. Versus, like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
True. I will say, if you invite me over, let me know, because I think we was letting people know. If you see
something running around, and it wasn't, we got rid of it for the time.
Niggas was like hunters at that point.
Man,
bro, a bunch of shit, laid some traps and shit out, and that was a struggle. But it was like, I don't know. It wasn't because of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was because of us. I feel like it was because of the neighbor and just because of the fall. They did some construction.
Yeah.
They had just broke some construction down right by our house, and you know when they do that shit, mice are bound to come.
But you know, I used to kill mice a lot, like as a kid, and it used to be like a sport. I fucked up a good interview. My mom was trying to put me in this good ass school and stuff like that, and you had to go through an interview process, and they was like, all right, ma'am, can you step out? You know, we're going to interview Nasir privately and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah. They were like, oh, so, Nasir, what do you like to do for fun? And I said, well, I like to kill mice.
I like to kill mice.
I like to kill mice.
That shit would have scared me. I would have been like, this nigga cannot come here. You gonna be killing the kids and shit. They don't know y'all and that bitch beatboxing the mice.
I really, you really go put on your tactical vest. It really is a war on mice in the crib, bro. I swear to God. Like, when it came to mice, you put the trap down, you put this. Like, it's really Tom and Jerry in that bitch. Like, nigga, I used to put on that shit like Rambo, like when it was mice. Don't let it be like a bitch on the sticky trap early in the morning. My great grandma used to tell me how to lay it down so you can kill it humanely, so you don't look at it. Cause I used to, like, after a while I started like getting real like conscious, and I'm like, this shit ain't right.
These mice going through something.
Right,
they just want to feed their family.
This shit ain't right. Like, this nigga just wanted to come home, get something for the family, put some food on the table. Now I gotta kill this nigga. So you're supposed to lay down a newspaper so they won't see you or go to sleep, and then you bash their head because they don't really have a lot of bones in their body because they can. Head, yeah. But the skull is where and then you bash their head with the skull. It's kind of crazy. I used to do, or I used to beat them. I used to like hearing the squeak, so I used to get the
You used to like hearing it?
I was a child, so it sounded like a fucking squeaky toy. I used to get the little blinds thing and take off the blind, the little things to turn off your thing, and I used to smack it.
Oh my fucking goodness, what is wrong with you, nigga? Oh my God. And don't get me wrong, because I grew up with mice in the house, so I had to kill them bitches too, but it was, even though it was a sport, it was never one of them things I'm beating that bitch and I'm happy about. I've thrown a book, I've thrown a can, and I got some good ass accuracy because of that. Now I can hit some shit out the corner of my eye. But I've never been like, oh, I want to see how it looks. I want to hear how
they'll squirm and shit. Yeah, it was turned. It was turned to kill mice. Now my new arch nemesis are flies. I hate them bitches.
Especially in the summer. It's one thing to see a little fly, but then it's like when you see a fat ass grown adult fly come by,
bro,
and it's like, bitch, you got the nerve to be in my house, in my space, like invading my energy, and you got it's something about killing flies is so satisfying.
Yeah,
hearing that, like, okay, now that's where
that mustache get to you.
No, not the squeak, because that's something that makes actual fucking noise. That's even though flies are living creatures, those are fucking insects. A mouse is a living thing that's like not close to us, but at least close to us. That bitch bleeds when you kill it. Insects don't fucking bleed.
Yes, they fucking do. Nigga, everything bleeds.
It bleeds, but it don't bleed fucking blood.
If it was
a mosquito that took your fucking blood.
If it was something bigger, shit would make the same noise.
You will hear a crunching sound. That's it. You're not gonna hear, and because if a fucking bug is that big enough for me to hear it make a sound when I kill it, I'm done killing them bitches. See, I'm not fighting no fucking bug that's big enough to make a sound.
Oh, these flies, bro. Them flies, they got another thing coming. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Like, I hate them. Like, anytime I hear a sound, it's just something that flip a switch. Like, that's my Terminator time to kill you. Like, nigga, I'm on a hunt. Like, I cannot settle until, like, they make my skin crawl.
I don't fuck with flies. I just can't. And I hate that sticky shit. I don't give a fuck where you place that shit at in the house. At some point, you're bound to hit it. The fly traps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
at some point, I just feel like you bound to hit it. There's no way to avoid that shit at all.
Yeah. Did you know that, I know randomly, this is still back on the rat shit, but it's randomly. Did you know that they used to put, like, dynamite in rats and use them in war?
I could believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. Where the fuck did I see that? I've seen that on a movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be a lot of fucked up shit happening during war. Shit don't surprise me. They use kids.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to say, nigga, you talking about, did you know they use rats? They use kids.
I mean, yeah, they use kids, but, like, I could use a kid for a bomb. Like, stitch the bitch up, throw that bitch. Bomb babies. I'm a bomb baby. I'm going to take on your buzz.
You evil as fuck. I think it's that mullet really corrupting
I'm telling you, I'm spreading hate this whole episode. This episode will be named Spread Hate.
Somebody the other day was like, they made a comment like, oh, I'm going to bring up some KFC. And then they were like, yeah, he'll eat it. Everybody loves chicken. And they weren't black when they said that shit. They wasn't black. And so I stopped. And when people be like, trying to offer fried chicken. Oh, I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. I'll fuck up some chicken. But if you offer me fried chicken, I'm going to assume it's racist, especially if you don't look like me. If that's the only thing that you can offer is fried chicken, I don't eat that shit. I'm sorry.
My teacher said that shit to me, and I took it. I just took it because I like fried chicken. I'm sorry.
You is a fried chicken ass
bro.
bitch.
I love fried chicken, and she probably wasn't racist, but that's really one of my favorite foods.
I just certain shit I know you like. Even if you feel like this is something you doing something good, bitch, you doing this because you think because I'm black I like fried chicken.
Everybody likes fried chicken though.
No, not everybody do. It's actually people out here who don't like fried chicken.
What black person you know that don't? It's a handful. It's some girl I know that don't like fried chicken.
Motherfuckers don't like fried chicken or like that, and it is perplexing because nigga, it's fried chicken.
Fried chicken, good as fuck.
Yeah, but it's like I don't like that assumption. I don't like for anybody to put that on me and be like, oh, well, this is what you like.
Yeah, I don't like even the watermelon thing. I don't like watermelon that fucking much.
Nigga, CJ came and picked me up from work the other day, and we went to, like, as we're driving home, I see a farmer's market. If you know, farmers markets are going to have the best fruit ever. You can't go to Walmart, Kroger's, or Aldi's and get the shit that you're going to get at the farm, or the quality you're going to get at the farmer's market.
Right.
So, nigga, I see a watermelon. I hate buying watermelon from white people. I hate buying that shit in Sam's Club. I hate buying watermelon, period. And if there's white people in the store, because I just feel like a nigger when I buy it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm being looked at and judged. And so, like, I go up to the store, and I'm like, already, like, I don't want to really buy this shit, but I do want to buy this shit. I really want the shit. Because I'm going to juice the watermelon. That's what I was going to do with it. And it made some good-ass juice. That juice, don't fucking do that.
I'm saying my mouth is watering right now.
Okay, yeah. And the shit just be super fucking sweet, and it's just good quality. My fucking car was declining the whole time. Something was going on with my bank, and it just made me feel worse and worse because the shit declined 4 or 5 times.
For watermelon.
And so, and again, I don't want to come here and make it look like I just pulled over for some watermelon. So I'm like, yeah, throw a cantaloupe in there. I take some black licorice.
Right.
Is that an ear of corn back there? Go throw that in the fucking bag.
Just get random shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm on my vegan shit. But no, it's hard to enjoy shit with white people in the world.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was at the airport and I was like, I got some Popeyes, and it was like this row of white people, and they was just like, it was like I opened the box, they was like, what you about to look? He about to do it. Like it's like the zoo. It's like, ooh, they about to get it, or we about to sell the fuck up.
It feel like you on display at a zoo.
Yeah,
it's like they look. People don't. I don't know what it is with them. They don't know how to just be respectful and like mind their business. Like they don't do that. They look at you and watch you, and then they want to make eye contact with you. And it's like, why do you want to make eye contact with me while I pick up this fucking watermelon? Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Turn your fucking head. Because I feel ashamed. I feel embarrassed, and I shouldn't.
It's like when a girl, like you already seen her naked, but she's still trying to cover up. Like, what are you doing? Oh, my God, don't see me. Like, my titties out.
It'd be like, these are the same fucking titties I've been
seeing. I've been sucking on these bitches.
Right. Because why do they feel like it's a difference from, like, being in the middle of sex to being, just in the room, like, oh, I'm changing or I'm
saying, don't look at me. I feel like a whore.
It'd be like, shit, you was one.
Right, like last night you was going in. She said, no, please. All right, let's wrap this shit up. It's about that time where we give you something positive to get through the week, or we giving thanks. What are we doing today, man?
I'm going to give these niggas something positive.
Okay. Yeah, let's give some good advice.
What's some good advice?
I was thinking about this earlier. My positive message for the week is, ladies, think of men like mice. And that good old saying. When you give a mouse a cookie, the motherfucker keep coming back. So be careful on who you give your cookie to. These men are like mice.
I ain't gonna lie. Every cookie don't need
niggas. If you got some good, if you got some good cookie, the mice will come back.
But that's if it's good.
You know what I did? I know this whole episode's been about mice and pussy, but I don't. I just want to know. Like sometimes I do decisions out of horniness, out of boredom. I was talking to my coworkers about that shit, and I was just saying like, a lot of the times when I shoot DMs or some shit, I'm really just bored, or I'm really just trying to see if I can do it. Like this has no. I really don't even want you. I just want to see if I can do it.
So you wasting people time,
and it's the best. It's the beauty. It's the beauty in the struggle, nigga.
Nigga, you did not just sit on here and say that's the beauty.
That's what I do when I'm bored. Like some people masturbate, I play in people's DMs. That's it. But yeah, my positive message. My real positive message is I don't got one for y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know. I've been negative. This shit is.
Don't like I said, I just started a new position and shit, like a different position. Finally going for something in my field. And not to say that what I was doing before wasn't something that I enjoyed, because I did. But I just want to say, don't get stuck at some place. Like, don't get stuck somewhere. Don't listen to your bosses and your fucking supervisors who are like, oh, we need you, and we can't do shit without you, and we can't do this, and oh, you're gonna just leave us and shit like that, nigga. Them people, it's some people who be at their jobs for 20 years and don't get no fucking respect and don't get no, like, not to throw my job up under the bus.
Throw them motherfuckers
like,
under there.
The other day, we got a message and it was like, oh, it was some shit about somebody working there for a certain amount of years. And it was like, we just want to say congratulations. Don't say fucking, no. It was some shit about, oh, we're so proud of our employees and this and that and all that you do, and this, raise the fucking pay. Don't just talk about the shit that you talking about. Don't just compliment us and say y'all doing good and y'all just brought us extra money. Raise my fucking pay. I don't want to hear about none of that, what you got to talk about. So just realize, I don't know, with these jobs, and I could be rambling a little bit, but with these jobs, don't give your all to jobs unless that job is go get it all to you. Don't be in that bitch giving your 24/7 if the job can't do that for you. If you working at a job where you know them niggas is going to replace you the moment that you die or you leave, don't give your all to no job like that. Stop doing shit like that. Y'all be wasting away.
And I'm going to piggyback by giving thanks. I want to give thanks to Wallow 267, because that point that you made was a good point. I remember during the pandemic, I was working at an internship, and I was just a camera guy, and he came in one day. It was like a big thing. Like, they made it like a really big deal. And at this time, like, a lot of people didn't know who he was and stuff like that. Because I was like, oh, it's Wallow. And people were like, who is that? You know what I mean? But, like, the place knew who he was. So I'm just sitting in the break room eating, like, ribs or some shit on my break, and the guy snaps his finger. Now, it was a white guy who did it. And I, hey, at the time, I wasn't thinking. At the time, it wasn't my knowledge. It was just, I need this job done. It was, yeah. So anyway, I'm pointed, I'm filming him. He's coming into the thing, and then he just keeps asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And speaking about me, and he was just saying like, this guy is gonna be something or something like that. Like, y'all got a good one, this and this and that. And I really didn't realize, not my worth or anything like that, but it kind of broke my reality a little bit, because it's like, yeah, I'm more than just this camera guy. Like, I am destined for something. Like, that kind of like, even though he probably was just, working the room just to work the room, those words stuck with me to a point where I'm like, yeah, I can do something. I think I'm more than just somebody that can just make somebody, look good on the camera. So I want to give thanks to Wallow for that. So,
and then again too, just with shit like that, like you said, I'm more than just a camera guy. Don't be in no position if you can be more than just that position. And staying there and giving that shit your life. Walk away or boss up. If you like you. Nigga, you knew you was more than just a camera guy. Now we got a TV show.
Yeah.
Or not a TV show,
podcast. Yeah, we got a podcast.
Yeah. So, but now we have a show.
Yeah, now we have a show. So,
and yeah, niggas.
Yeah. Now I've lost my fucking mind. If y'all haven't seen this shit, I have lost my fucking marbles at this fucking point. Anything else? Anything? You got anything? All right. Thank you for being awkward. Say no. I'm Nas.
I'm Vince.
Thank you for being awkward. Yep. See ya next week. Woo!
Appreciate it.
All right. Let me think this week. Shit. I know. That's what I'm saying. Look. I feel like this feels good. This feels like I got off work. Like, I just got off work. Now I'm about to cook some hamburger helper for the kids.